Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a podcast brief. Well, I'm going to just take you through the steps. So for every episode, like we discussed earlier, and even for the people out there who will see this, it's, you know, the podcast guest comes on and we want to give them an amazing show. But at the same time, we need to give the editor who's going to edit it, we need to give him as much information, at least, so he also has a really good job. So this is really the process within. So you would say, let's say you could be even a podcast production assistant. So in can you see my screen? Let me share my screen. You can't see it yet. In every episode, for example, this is one episode we had Scott's College, Dr. Lambert. So there's a couple different folders. This could potentially be you or it could be someone else. But every time, let's say we're having this person who's coming next on the show or this interview's done, we'll go into Dropbox and we'll create these folders. Like there's an AI voiceover, it could be a voiceover from someone else, B-roll, brief, which is where you're here for, edited clips, full episode. And so we create all these folders. So now the editing team, when they want to come in and put content, they can put it here. Let's say you're posting for YouTube Shorts like you've been doing, and this is one client. You'll just come here, click in. Now the folders are all done for you. So this is the process of how everything gets done. Usually you come in the final product, but it's all done. You can click here, Shorts for social media, etc. So this is like we're actually getting an episode ready for one of our other clients now, and we don't have a brief for the guest. Um, I'm thinking that could even be a slightly a small test that you can just give it a try. So anyway, brief is here. So this was the brief I created. Let's have a look at it. I may use this format. Logo, subject, editing brief, and obviously ChatGPT helps. Now, for this video, not all briefs are going to be like this. Here, I even added a Loom video, and we may do that where it's like, hey, Sugira, you got this episode coming up. Do you want to do a Loom video about what it's on, or do you just want me to go get the information? So you can kind of ask. This Loom video I did because I just wanted to tell him some certain things. So the editor, let's say the editor opens this. If I'm the editor and I'm coming to edit this episode, I need as much information as possible so I can do my job the best. So he'll probably would have clicked in here and then he would have seen me talking about this episode, interview brief. So we can actually do that on some videos. If we don't have that on a video details. Interviewee, that's the person, Dr. Lambert. Location, Scott's College. You, I'm thinking, can we be putting this in our briefs? Potentially, yeah, we can. Okay, where was the location? Office, for client. Interview, Matt Alderton is the person. Episode type, this says high profile interview, podcast interview. Editing guidelines. Yeah, what's the camera setup? You can kind of go into that. Yep, just so for example, let's say this is the brief I would want you to do next. Just to get, let's say you'll come in here, episodes. Episode three, Matt Alderton. This is, let's say, I say, okay, Faith, you'll be doing the one for here. All the folders I already created, everything. Brief is here. So let's say in the raw files, let's say if you look at, shit, if you look at, okay, here it says editing guidelines, two camera setup. Use my angle, so Sugira's angle, Dr. Lambert's. Zoom in slightly, trim sections where he or da. We don't have to necessarily put this in all things. The editors should kind of know that. Maybe we could just put general instructions. Sometimes I could even put into ChatGPT and say like, so for example, hey ChatGPT, I'm creating a brief and I need this brief really well. So what I'll do is I'll copy and paste the kind of templates that's on this brief, and then I'll just need you to set up one for the episode I'm doing now. But the camera setup for this episode that I'm doing a brief on is, let's have a look. Oh, it was here. So let's say you come in and you're doing, wait, hold on, ChatGPT, I'm just explaining something. Let's say you come in here and you'll go in raw files because you need to see what the video looks like. Okay, so main camera angle. It says B-roll audio. You don't have to worry about these two, just main camera angle, because this is what the editor will be working on. So let's say the edit, you'll click this. Okay, so you can and here you can only see, oh, there's just
Okay, so
Here you could only see, oh, there's just one camera angle. So you don't have to worry about any other camera angles. You just know there's one camera angle. So here you can see, oh, okay, boom, one camera angle. Looks pretty nice. Looks okay, cool. I can work with
Okay, cool. I can walk
it done. Uh,
with that.
boom. Oh, false. Okay. So boom. It's a one camera setup, ChatGPT, just one angle, both of them back and forth. So we can just tell the editor to add B-roll, which is kind of extra images, just to keep it engaging. Boom, boom. Any audio enhancements needed, make sure you need that. Okay, so you see this format, this is the format you'll do. Faith, are you following along? So then we'll come through here, B-roll and visuals. You'll now create this. You'll just kind of create the same format, and then you can just structure the advice tailored to different people. So let's say you'll come here, B-roll and visuals. Use high quality B-roll footage. Um, I would, to be honest, I would probably even want, this could have been improved, even like, let's say, a subject of the person, and then it has their social media profiles that you can just see. You has LinkedIn, Facebook, da, da, da. So from the get-go, as soon as I come on this brief, I should be able to click on their social media profiles. That's what I would want in all of our like upcoming briefs, kind of just the profile bio of someone, and we can kind of do that. So ChatGPT, make this into like the best powerful brief that I could provide someone. They did it on a webcam. It's a one camera angle. We want everything engaging, audio enhancements if needed, and then for example, like let's say as you're scrolling down here, you'll see okay, let's say section C, I need to get B-roll. So the B-roll is this folder that we have here. There's nothing in there. They actually the stock footage. They actually some iPhone files I put in here, and then Matt any B-roll. So now is where you'll come and do your research. So now you'll probably search his name and then see how can I find B-roll of this person. How can I find as much B-roll? What can I find on Facebook? What can I find on YouTube? Even if I could just provide links, like I don't need to go and do all this a lot of work, but even if I can just find links, things that I can find. So now I can attach those links in the brief in here. I can attach those links where it's a YouTube video, it's this here, iPhone footage provided in folder. You'll have a look if there's anything in the folder. Don't know. Topics for B-roll. This might be hard for you because you don't know what the hell this episode's about. You may not even know what they're about. You don't necessarily have to do this. Um, that could be something that we can work on in terms of because how are you going to know? You'd have to watch the whole raw file. You're not going to have time to do that all the time. So topics for B-roll, I guess we can kind of come back to that. Maybe as the editor goes through the episode, he can find what topics he can add in B-roll, and he can maybe even ask us, and we can put in the brief if you need any questions or if you find any topics within the B-roll that you need us to get, we can go get. And then check for any photos. You should always have this, and we have messages to our clients, emails to our clients. Hey, does this so and so? Does your guest have any photos of them at any given stages that you can give to us? We'll send an email out to the client. Trailer creation, I like this. Key themes to highlight. Again, you may not know it, but let's say we may work on briefs as we go on. This is just something for you to know, even for you guys out there on how to build a media company, how to build a podcast production company. This is just to kind of show you little aspects within our business that we work on and the dedication and the time that we put. And it's why we charge what we charge. It's why we're a premium social media service. It's why we're into doing what we're doing and experts at that field. So trailer creation is very important to us. You can just say key themes, capture attention, make it engaging, history about him, you know, things like that, key themes to highlight. ChatGPT give us ideas and suggestions as well. Explore, yeah, this was something similar. This was something because obviously it was me who did it and I interviewed them, but it's because I really know of the person. So like, yeah, that's something that we can work on, I guess, going forward. But definitely the knowledge of who the people are, of the person that's coming on the show, gives so much better for the brief because now they know, okay, where we could go. And as I said, it does take someone who actually maybe was in the interview or listened to the interview to come even report to you as a brief person. These are the roles that we'll even create in the company, or it's a couple of roles that you're doing all together where you're and that gets passed on. Different information, notes from the interview gets passed on to you, so you have specific notes that you can put in the brief. you know so we're growing the company as we go along, and these positions are getting created. Final deliverables for interview. This is where you say, Sugira, what are the deliverables for this product? I'll tell you, okay, there's 5 shorts that should come out. The trailer should be good. Full interview, everything should be in the folders, thumbnails, deadline submission, boom. And a good message for the person. So that is really how to create a podcast brief. How to create a podcast brief. Let me know, you guys, comments below in the comment below. Faith, I may have lost you in this call. This is how I do coaching within the company, guys. For those of you guys who are watching this. So Faith, I may have lost you, but we'll get back to this. This is obviously being recorded, so you'll be able to see this and apply the steps. Because what you're going to do is you're going to do this brief, and then you're going to create an SOP. And then if you have any questions and need any help, we're here to help. Okay, Faith, are you there? Oh, okay, ChatGPT, go and do what I've just told you to do. I know I kept you dragged on to this voice message.
Oh, yes, 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 I'm here.
You were there the whole time. I thought maybe you had gone. Yeah, do you have any questions? Because I was kind of zooming through it.
Yeah, I zoomed through and I saw it. I saw the video. I posted that video on Scott College, so I get the concept, but I can only learn by practice. So yeah, I think I'll get it better when I practice it.
Yeah, I think this could be something that you could do. I think, as I said, I was looking for what are, really dope roles. Let's say you're doing YouTube Shorts. This is something now you can help out again. At least now we have that structure, we have that salary coming out. Where we're okay now, because this is an important part that we're going to need, right? We're bringing on clients. We want to continue to have good consistency. And again, the goal is for this to be running even without me having to be here and doing things like this, right? Because that's how I can continue to get more clients. I continue to grow the business, and the business keeps running itself, right? So, for example, like this, you're gonna do the brief on this guy. So, for example, if we go into this folder here, boom, I think I've already put the brief. Again, our assistant has already asked for photos from, our client. Hey, is there any photos of this person we can put in? That will come into the B-roll here. So you don't really need to worry about that. You'll just come in and look, what are the camera angles? These are the camera angles. Audio, you don't need to worry about that. Okay, boom. And then you go, okay, brief, right? So this is what you do. And this is where you create the brief. You have our company logos. I can send it to you because we put that in the Microsoft Word document. And then, again, Matt Alderton, who is, the first line could even be his social media handles, like I said. So maybe even a picture. I don't know. You can just make this document into a nice, presentable document, like kind of how I did. Make it even better than how I did. We want you to be even better. So it comes in, who is he? Social media, YouTube, boom, boom, boom. If he has any, whatever he has, maybe even age, CEO of this, speaker, coach, boom, link to website, or something like that. Editing, da da da, boom, boom, following these guidelines here, editing guidelines. One camera angle, it's in on a Zoom or on StreamYard. Maybe you'll even play the video, play it a little bit and hear the audio quality. If there's anything you notice, just let them know. There's some technicalities there's this thing called Adobe. So usually what we do with Adobe, if the audio is not good, we put it into this thing, and the settings we usually do it are at 14% and 0% background. We can even add those. Make sure, and that comes in, if I'm not sounding too confusing, if you see audio, which I was just about to talk about. So you can just even have a look at this flow here. Audio enhancements is exactly what I'm talking about. If there's any audio issues, so apply AI audio enhancement to improve clarity. Remove small background noises. You can even, this is pretty general in all episodes that we'll have anyway. So you can even just use this. Remove small background noises. Keep background noise minimal but natural. E.g., you can use on Adobe, even copy the link here, podcast on Adobe, 14% on speech, 0% on background. Flowers to the lovely Mweni, which we just look how it makes the voice, and that's through a voice message through my phone, which is decent. But when it comes out there, it comes out really, really good. Um, yeah, and
I'll go through samples from the previous ones you've done.
yeah.
I'll just
Yeah, I think this was one of the best ones I've done, because it's I love look at the structure. It looks so like for that episode, the editor, not only did we have an amazing episode, we had an amazing trailer. I don't even know if he had used all of these, but it's something that we make sure that they even use. But he had such a good experience doing this because for the editor, everything was here for him, right? Use high quality B-roll footage, or here is B-roll footage from Matt Alderton, and then any links that you see on YouTube. I think we have a video on YouTube. Boom, you can kind of just link it there, and that's about it. iPhone footage already provided in the folder. Go through it. Boom, trailer creation, kind of the same format. And yeah, again, ChatGPT will help you. Like if you already look here, like ChatGPT has already given me episode overview, host, guest, recording date, setup, editor notes, camera setup and files, B-roll and visuals. Like if you download, this is the app. I have the app on my phone. If you download the app on your phone, download the app and you can actually send it a voice message, and that will just change the game for you, Faith. It makes life easier. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm doing my first podcast brief. You can even go in here. What I'll do is I'll go in here, copy and paste even this whole thing here. Could put it in here or do the voice message. Like I literally have just done a voice message this whole time, and it's given me, if I send this to you, it's given me, yeah, this is so good. Holy crap. Um, what I might even do is just quickly do this quickly, just to show you how, let's say that was, you go through that, this could take you, something like this could normally take you like let's say 30 minutes, for example, with ChatGPT. Oh, don't tell me I lost you, Faith. Oh, no, don't tell me you've done this again. But you see how like it's coming here on the side for some reason. Maybe if I do. Stay with me, guys. So if I go, boom, look at this. Look how ChatGPT just literally did everything. Look at that. And look, I've already got the header footing in there. Look at that. Look at, oh, Faith. Hello?
I don't know what happened, whether it was my network. I went out of the meeting a few
No worries, I
seconds ago.
saw. But look what I did. I just copied and pasted from that voice message. Look what it gave me. Episode overview. Host, Louise. Guest, Matt Alderton. Recording date. You can maybe Sugira was the date, or if you don't have that, set up one camera setup online, or StreamYard. Editor notes this episode on one camera angle. Please use B-roll to maintain engagement. Check the raw file folder for visuals. Even here, you can even put the link for the raw file. Where it says raw files, boom. Main camera, audio, file location. We can even put the file location. B-roll, use high quality footage. Where to source B-roll from. Even this could make your life easier if that person probably doesn't have that much content about them online or anything like that. I would probably even maybe have a website as well. But you can just put LinkedIn profile there, YouTube there, Instagram profile, and our editor will now just click on these links here from seeing the brief, and then he can go there and get his B-roll anyway. And he'll do extra work anyway, and we'll have a look. But have a look at that, right? Um, Potential topics, talking about their child, bro, guest, this is actually guest, is this host? Guest social media, where to source B-roll. guest info and socials. I guess it kind of says it again, short bio. His website, I think, was pretty dope. So maybe you can find something. Audio enhancements, 14%. I would just put those specifics, da da da. Trailer creation. It has a final deliverables deadline. Look at that. And then it has everything structured. Save that. I save that as a PDF, check it with the team, check it with me, and then we put it in the folder. And then that's your job done.
Okay. That's I'll check for we have it on Dropbox, right?
You have what on Dropbox?
And the briefs on Dropbox. Do we have it on Dropbox?
Yeah, some episodes may have a brief, some may not. But like for example, I guess you can go to that Scots College one is just a good example. Like in this, actually this one is our client even does it. So for example, if I go here, you do Cameron's episodes. If I go here, he's even already kind of created a brief. And you could also do this if you want. You don't have to do it how I've done. He's done it through Google Sheets. Ian lives in Sydney and runs a master's program. This very simple social links, Instagram, LinkedIn. Look, he gives his website notes for the episode. And that's what I was talking about earlier in this video. We may have someone literally who during the interview is taking notes on some things that happened because you are doing the brief, you won't know what happened after. Videos can be sourced from he's giving notes on the B-roll, this April episode. So even you can even come here and look at what a client does from his perspective on how he does a brief. I think it's pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, that's a brief from actually our client does it himself. So yeah, you can have a look on Notion at the different clients that we have and some of our episodes to see if there's some briefs in there. But if you need a specific one, like you could just come here, see your mentorship series, and you can just come down here on Dr. Ian Lambert. This one actually is completed too. I don't think I had a brief here. I didn't have a brief for this one here. Yes, that's completed. Is that published? Yeah. So strong. These got some of the system. Okay, is that cool?
Okay, on mentorship, let me see.
Yeah. So if you go here, ETS for
Mentorship,
Virginia.
mentorship series.
Yeah, here. This is where we have a lot of episodes. We have some in here, but mainly in here. And then this is other clients, other client. And then this is the one that you'll be doing for today. You'll be doing this guy here, Matt Alderson, CEO of BX. I would even put that will start to be in received. Oh, I don't think he's received it. It's unedited. He hasn't started it. Yeah, but yeah, there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll check it out and try it out.
Cool, cool. And then in your spare time, even after, you can write an SOP for doing this type of role. So just to make sure you've understood it, okay?
Expression, all right.
I'll put this on YouTube so you can watch it.
Okay. Then for Cameron short videos, what do we do about the copyright? Do we change the sound or
So the editor's already gone in to go, he already went in to go change the sound. So he's changed the sounds on all of them. So you can even probably post them again. He even probably had to change the thumbnails, but yeah, he's gone and changed the sound.
okay?
So,
And he sent it back to same
yeah,
folder.
it's in the folder. Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to post it.
Good
All
work. You're looking good. You're looking like very fresh.
right. Thank you.
Nice. Okay. See you later.
All right. Bye.